Slatternly women. That's a term. Slatternly women. Or another one. Another use of big words. Meretricious women. Oh yeah. How does that sound to you? Sounds pretty good, yeah? Slatternly women or meretricious women? Not meritorious women. Meretricious women. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You got to look it up. But see, these highfalutin words, slatternly, meretricious, yeah, they're whores. I so wanted to call this post, whores. Just whores. I thought that would look great on the thumbnail, all right? I'd put just whores and, everything would be fine. But of course, I realized if I were to put whores in the title, YouTube would demonetize it or strike it or God knows what they'd do. I mean, I don't think that they would like it very much if I called a post, just simply whores. But the fact of the matter is, that's what I'm talking about. Whores. Now, I'm not going to be talking here in this post about prostitutes. No. Because prostitutes are simply women who sell sex for money. But whores, that's different. Whores it's not that they sell sex for money. It's that they use sex. They sell sex for attention. Whores are the absolutely worst thing that you can be involved in. I can't even call them human beings. They're things. They're objects. They're just, they are the most disgusting thing because morally, they are at the bottom of the barrel. Because do keep in mind, think of a person who trades sex for attention, at least with a prostitute who sells sex for money. You can understand why she's doing it. Perhaps there's no other way for her to earn a living, right? Or perhaps she has, a sick mother or whatever the fuck, right? But a woman, a person, a human being who will sell sex for mere attention. Oof, that is just an awful thing. Yeah, so you want to get the fuck away from such a woman. Oh yeah, you want to remain as far as possible from such a woman. A woman who is trading attention for sex is a woman who will do anything. And she will do it for the most base of reasons. Because, if you think about it, attention, to have people focus on you is a need, an addiction that cannot be quenched. And so the scandals, the drama, the embarrassment, the brouhaha will only, increase. Yeah? So you have to stay the fuck away from a whore. Oh yeah. Let me give you an example of a whore. Okay, so there's this girl, right? She fucks one guy and, starts making, eyes at another guy, and gets him riled up too. And they're friends, right? And why is she doing this? So that it'll create drama. So she'll be in the middle of it. See, Helen of Troy, from Greek mythology, right? Helen of Trash, she was the woman at the center of the Trojan War, right? Helen of Troy was the reason that the war happened. Helen of Troy was a whore. Doesn't matter that she was highborn. Doesn't matter that she was very aristocratic and all the rest of it. And that's the thing that you have to realize about whores. See, a lot of them look trashy. Tattoos, overweight, all the rest of it, right? But that's not necessarily the case with all of them. There can be whores that are very highfalutin, like Helen of Troy. She can be very highborn and aristocratic. The looks of a woman are not the issue. And neither is the social class. Because you can have a whore that's high class, and you can have a lady, on the other hand, which is the antithesis of a whore, being born from a very humble and poor circumstances. And what's the difference between a whore and a lady? Very simple. Whereas a whore sells sex for attention, a lady gives sex for love. Simple as that. It's not complicated. She's not going to fuck some guy just for shits and giggles. She's not going to fuck some guy for the attention. She'll only fuck a guy because she loves him. And of course, a lady is what you want. A lady is the kind of woman that you want long term. A lady will be there with you, because if she's been with you, it's only going to be because she sees in you the kind of man that she wants by her side, the kind of man that she sees as the father of her children. A lady, the antithesis of the whore, will stick with you. And she's the woman that you should be chasing. She's the woman that you should be striving for. The woman that once you are fortunate enough to get her, you have to hold on to her and take care of her. But the whore? Forget about it. A whore, right? Well, first of all, you don't want to treat her like trash for a very simple reason. See, she'll come back at you. She will use the fact that you fucked her to hurt you, to embarrass you at the very least, and potentially ruin the good relationships you have with other women, with potentially the lady in your life, the lady in the sense that I've just described, okay? The decent, good woman who truly loves you. A whore will have no problem whatsoever destroying such a relationship, because that's who she is. She's just destructive. She is just horrible. You see what I'm saying? Now also, there's something to keep in mind. See, that a whore is not the same as a slut. Keep the two separate. A slut is just a girl who likes sex. A slut will like to fuck around, but she's not going to try to hurt you, okay? Just because you fucked her and then she goes and fucks like 2, 3, 4 other guys, it's not necessarily the case where she is going to come back at you and just try to screw you over somehow. A slut, it's just somebody who likes sex, a woman, of course, who likes sex the way that a man does. Not totally emotionally involved, and just almost like a sport. So you see the difference between these three women. The slut, the lady, and the whore, right? The slut you can deal with. The lady you have to treasure. The whore, you want to get away from her because she will only hurt you. And it's very difficult to tell the difference between a whore and a slut. And so that's why you got to keep your eyes wide the fuck open. And if you're not sure, don't get with her. Assume that she is a whore. Whores tend to congregate with other whores. They all tend to be bunched up together. And the fact of the matter is, a little group of whores is like a cat house. And the fact of the matter is, I guess that's where the term comes from, because they are yipping and yelling and screeching at one another like fucking cats. A man who is in a cat house, that is, a man who is surrounded by whores, is a man who's going to be destroyed. Okay? Simple as that. I mean, everything that you hold dear in your life will be ruined by whores. Yeah. I mean, they are the one kind of woman that you want to stay the fuck away from. Because, you see, there is something beyond damaged in a whore. There is something fundamentally evil in the psyche and soul of a whore. It's certainly different from a slut, and 180 degrees different from a lady. A whore is fundamentally a force of evil. Eve, in the story of Adam and Eve, she was a whore. Who else? Helen of Trash. Who else? Well, just go through history. Just start looking at the famous women, Jezebel and what have you, and you'll realize the women that I'm talking about. These women who use sex for attention, who want to destroy men, who want to destroy the things that men have built, and they will stop at nothing. Never forget that. They will stop at nothing to destroy the man that they have in their sights. Because slatternly women, meretricious women, whores, call them what you will, they are the most vindictive creatures imaginable. They will never forget that you crossed them. And they will do whatever it takes to hurt you. They will lie, they will cheat, they will steal, they will do anything possible to hurt you for no other reason than because of their pride. Because these whores, these slatternly, meretricious women who are worth nothing, paradoxically are full of pride. They are full of this notion that they are worth something. They are outraged by the notion that they are just trash. But that's what they are. They are trash. And they should be thrown out like the trash, thrown out of your life. Stay the fuck away from them. Now, of course, it's hard to follow this advice because, of course, they are sexually attractive. Yeah, you want to get with them because they are offering easy sex. Resist the temptation. I'm telling you, resist that temptation. Especially when you're young, it's easy to fall in with whores. Especially when you're young, you can get hurt badly by a whore. The lucky thing is that, see, if you're young and you get hurt by a whore, burned by a whore, well, you've got the rest of your life to not make that same mistake. You see what I'm saying? That's the only good thing about getting involved with a whore when you're young. If you get involved with a whore when you're older, you can kiss your life goodbye. Let's have a show of hands in the comment section. How many men are the ex-husbands of whores? How many men, in this audience who follows my channel have had encounters with these whores? These meretricious, slatternly women? How many of them married one of them up? How many of you guys had a kid maybe, and fingers crossed that it's yours, by the way, had a kid with one of these meretricious, slatternly women? How many? I bet it was a lot. And I feel sorry for you guys. I genuinely do. Because, of course, when you got involved with this woman, you didn't think that she was a whore, And she told you about her adventures, her sexual escapades, right? And you thought, just sowing her wild oats, right? And you didn't realize that that's who she is. She's a whore. She uses sex for attention. Whereas a lady, she gives sex for love. How many guys in the comment section married a lady, and how many of you are still with her? And if you divorced her, it was probably your fuck up, right? Probably. Because that's how it is. I'm not saying that there's a dichotomy between the Madonna and the whore, okay? No. What I'm saying is that there are women who use sex for attention, and there are other women who give sex only for love. It creates this notion that there is a paradox, a dividing line between the Madonna and the whore. But that's not it at all. It's how the woman sees sex and what she finds in it. A whore has nothing going for her except her sexual attractiveness. Whereas the lady, for her, it's, forgive the pun, it's like the cherry on the sundae, The sundae being, of course, a valuable and profound relationship with a man. You see what I'm saying? Now, I don't want you to idolize any woman, even a lady. No matter how spectacular she might be, she's got flaws because she's a human being, of course. So you never, ever, ever idolize a woman, even a lady. But keep this distinction in mind. Always carry it in the back of your mind whenever you meet a woman. The slut, she just likes sex. And, she'll just fuck you and it'll be a great time. The whore uses sex for attention, and the lady gives sex because she's in love. Keep these distinctions in mind, and you'll be fine.